There's a question many men carry quietly, often in silence, that it doesn't usually come up at family dinners or in friendly conversations. Instead, it lingers in the shadows, in late-night internet searches, whispered in locker rooms, or tucked away in the back of the mind. The question is simple, but it carries weight. What really happens to your body, and especially your prostate, if you masturbate every single day? You may have heard the warnings that it's dangerous, that it weakens you, that it inflames the prostate. Some men have even been told it could cause cancer, and when you already know that prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers in men, those fears can feel terrifying. So it's no wonder this question keeps coming back. But here's the truth: when science finally put those myths to the test, what it revealed was not only surprising, it was the exact opposite of what most men have been led to believe. And once you understand the science, the fear begins to melt away, replaced with something far more powerful: clarity. So let's start at the beginning. The prostate, a walnut-sized gland sitting just below your bladder and in front of your rectum. It may be small, but it plays an outsized role. Its job: to produce the fluid that protects and carries sperm, semen. For something most men rarely think about, the prostate has an enormous impact on health, comfort, and confidence as the years go by. And because of its importance, it has also been the focus of endless myths and anxieties. For generations, men were told that too much sexual activity, especially masturbation, would wear out the prostate, leaving it damaged, inflamed, or cancer-prone. Bold moral lessons were disguised as health advice, and men carried that burden. Even today, these myths echo online, fueling fear in places where men turn for answers. But eventually, science caught up. Researchers at Harvard, yes, that Harvard, decided to stop speculating and start measuring. They didn't look at a handful of men for a few months. They tracked nearly 32,000 men for almost 20 years. 2 full decades. Think about that. Thousands of men, thousands of data points, and millions of life events carefully recorded. One of the things they tracked was how often these men ejaculated. And when they compared that data to their health outcomes, the results were not subtle. They were stunning. Men who ejaculated more often, 21 times or more each month, had up to a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to men who ejaculated only a few times a month. Let that sink in. The very thing that men were told might harm the prostate turned out to protect it. This wasn't a small fluke. Other major studies, including one in Australia, found the same protective link. Science wasn't just whispering anymore, it was shouting. But why? Why would something as natural as ejaculation carry such power? Scientists have three main theories. First, think of the prostate like a set of pipes. Over time, fluids, old cells, and even potentially harmful toxins can build up. Without movement, stagnation sets in, but regular ejaculation acts like turning on the tap, flushing out the system. It clears away buildup before it lingers long enough to cause irritation or cellular damage. A natural rinse cycle for your prostate. Second, there's the question of cell turnover. Every time cells divide, there's a chance for tiny mistakes, mutations, to occur. Left unchecked, these can lead to cancer. Frequent ejaculation may help the prostate cycle through old cells faster, replacing them with new, healthier ones. It's like regularly changing the oil in your car instead of letting it run dirty. And third, stress and inflammation. We know that chronic inflammation is one of the body's greatest enemies, and stress fuels it. Ejaculation, whether from sex or masturbation, is linked to stress relief, relaxation, and lowered inflammation. Less stress, less inflammation, better overall environment for prostate health. Taken together, these theories paint a clear picture. Regular ejaculation isn't a threat to your prostate. It may be one of the simplest, most natural ways to support it. But let's pause here, because while this science is exciting, it's not a magic shield. It doesn't mean that daily masturbation is a cure-all or that you can ignore the other pillars of prostate health. The truth is, many men listening right now are dealing with problems that affect daily life: the weak stream, the frustrating trips to the bathroom at night, That constant feeling that you can't fully empty your bladder, and behind it all, the quiet fear of something more serious. For these challenges, ejaculation frequency is just one piece of the puzzle. The bigger picture includes your lifestyle, your habits, and your willingness to be proactive about your health. Diet is a cornerstone. Tomatoes, watermelon, and grapefruit, rich in lycopene, have been linked to better prostate outcomes. Green tea and omega-3 rich fish like salmon or sardines can provide additional protection. Think of your dinner plate as medicine for your prostate. Exercise matters just as much. Even 30 minutes of walking, swimming, or light cycling most days can lower risks and keep weight in check, and weight is critical. Obesity is tied to more aggressive prostate cancers. Then there are the basics. Avoid smoking, limit alcohol, and protect your body from unnecessary toxins. And perhaps most important of all, get screened that if you're over 40 or 50, or if prostate cancer runs in your family. Regular checkups are not optional, they are life-saving. So, let's circle back to that original, loaded question: what happens to your prostate if you masturbate every day? The answer, backed by some of the best science in the world, is that it doesn't damage it, that it doesn't inflame it, and it doesn't raise your cancer risk. That if anything, it may lower it. Of course, it's not a substitute for a healthy lifestyle or regular doctor visits. But it's far from the dangerous act myths have made it out to be. In truth, it may be one of nature's simplest allies in the lifelong effort to protect prostate health. So if you've carried this worry in silence, let it go. Replace fear with knowledge, replace shame with clarity, and remember, your health is supported not by one act, but by a balance of choices. That if you found this eye-opening, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our next myth-busting health deep dive. And tell me in the comments, what other men's health questions have you always wondered about but never heard a clear answer to? Stay informed, stay strong, and above all, stay healthy.